Perfect. Good morning. Good morning. This is our Let's Talk Business podcast with Tri-County Regional Black Chamber of Commerce. I am your host, Howard Johnson. I'm the Vice President of Tri-County Regional Black Chamber of Commerce Board of Directors, and I also am a project manager for 707 Management LLC. And I'm going to let our co-host introduce herself today. She is not my co-host. She is the other host. So we do this together. Like she does her thing, I do my thing. We host together.
Good morning, everyone. I'm not going to talk to Howard, but I have to talk to Howard because we're on the podcast, right? But my name is Bobby Holman, and I am the Vice President of Region 2, Galveston County. I'd just like to welcome you to the podcast. We're super excited to have you, Mayor Sharon and Dr. Ludwig. Welcome to the show.
Oh, you gave it away too quick. We weren't finna tell them who the guest was. Yeah, we wanted to keep them in limbo. Man, we got a special podcast today. We have 4 guests that are VIP guests. They're very, very amazing people in their own right. They do so much, for their community, for the places that they serve and govern. I'm not even going to hold it up any longer. I'm going to start introducing people. We're going to start with, we have an international podcast today. I'm super excited.
Yes.
This is the first one that I've done since I've been hosting. And we have, I'm just excited over here. I'm excited. But we're going to start with Cleveland Lane. That's my boy, Cleve. Tell them who you are, where you're from, and what you do.
I'm just Cleveland Lane. I'm from Lamarck, Texas, Greater Lamarck, Texas, and I am so honored to be here today. Not only but to be with the mayor and a brother. I'm really excited to be with this co-host team that we're working with today. I don't know what to expect out of this deal.
Lots of laughs.
This co-host thing is really going to work out real great. I am honored anytime that I'm representing Amico Federal Credit Union and Tri-County Chamber. We have a great partnership, and we're really excited about the things that we've done already together and the things that we're going to do in the future. So it is with great joy and pride that I sit before you this morning with one of my colleagues and
let him introduce himself.
That I know,
my boy Paul.
Yeah, outstanding young man and a director and VP of IT at Amico. And Paul's just a dynamic young man, and he is the backbone of what happens at Amico Federal Credit Union.
Well, introduce yourself to us, Paul, for those that don't know you. I had the privilege of meeting Paul just a few days ago, and I swear it seems like we've been knowing each other forever.
Yeah, kind of hit it off real quick.
Yeah.
Cleveland said too much there. I'm a little more humble than Cleveland. My name's Paul Ladd, Vice President of IS&T at Amico Federal Credit Union. Originally from Lamarck, Texas. Live in League City right now. If Cleveland has his way, I'll be back in Lamarck pretty soon.
Yeah.
Real soon.
Me too. I was pushing the other day too.
I'll be back pretty soon. I'm happy to be on. It's my first podcast ever, so it's cool.
Welcome. And we didn't introduce him first because we wanted to surprise you, but man, this honored guest here that I'm going to introduce right now, Her Worship Madam Mayor Sharon Palacio, the mayor of Belmapan City in Belize. So, Mayor, hello. Say hello to the people and tell them whatever you want to tell them.
Pleasant good morning from the city of Belmapan. I'm so happy to see familiar faces. What came to mind right away? The crabs, the shrimps, the salmon, the kiwi pie.
Food Tower.
It was such a wonderful togetherism that we spent time, and even wearing the mask from Amico was such special mask that took away my allergies. So I am very happy. It feels like family. Seeing Howard, Bobby, Paul, and Cleveland. Again, warm greetings from your city, your home away from home, awaiting you patiently, city of Belmapan.
Yeah.
Thank you. And last but not least, I love this dynamic team that you guys have together in the city of Belmapan, because not only is it not only are you the mayor, and not only is this gentleman I'm about to introduce now the city administrator, but there's another secret that I'll get to later. But I'd like to introduce to you Dr. Ludwig Palacio, the city administrator for Belmapan City, Belize, as well. Dr. Ludwig, take it away.
Good morning. I must begin by saying that we are family. So I'm very happy to be with family all over again. Howard, Bobby, Paul, Cleveland.
Yes.
In my language, we say good morning like this. Biti Binafi. I want to hear you guys say Biti Binafi.
Biti Binafi.
Man, you guys are awesome. You're already in Belize. And I have a little side story to share. Whenever you guys come to Belize, don't be surprised to see Amaco masks at City Hall because I gave away some already.
Okay, perfect.
Hey, we have some more on the way for y'all.
Awesome.
Yes.
Awesome.
Thanks. In advance, thanks.
Well, really quick, we got everybody introduced, and just in case, you know what, I won't divulge that secret, but we got everybody introduced, and I want to go ahead and thank our supporting members really quick before we get into this thing. Amico Federal Credit Union, which they're sitting here on our podcast today, but they're one of our supporting members. Enlightened Enterprises, the Linwood Group, and Quality Precision Coatings. They support our podcast. If you'd like to support, no problem. We take all types and forms of support. 832-875-3977. Here at the Chambers, we have a mission statement, and that mission statement is we are committed to acquiring and disseminating valuable business information, tools, and resources for member firms to achieve entrepreneurial parity and economic prosperity in the region and internationally. And today we are disseminating some international information. So I'm gonna turn it over to my co-host and let her go ahead and do what she want to do. I'm talking to you.
That's you, Miss
Go,
Bobby.
co-host, go.
Please don't pay me and Bobby attention. We always go back and forth on here. We laugh. We like to have fun, and I give her a hard time, and that's only because I love her.
Yes. Thank you, co-host. I mean, host.
Yeah, co-host.
Well, I am excited about the relationship that the growing relationship between Belize and Amico and Tri-County. It's just win-win all around. And so we were privileged to spend some time with Mayor Sharon and her team as they were with us in the boardroom with Amico this week. And so we're just super excited about it. It was a real celebration that we had together. It was a great connection and a very special bond that was developed between the three families. And of course, Amico is just always right there for us and with us. And I can't say enough about them. With Cleveland sitting on our advisory board, and Paul being the VP with IT, and of course with us. And so during her time here and the time that we spent, there was a special day. It was a special day because it was declared Mayor Sharon Palacio Day here in the U.S. with us. So, Mayor Sharon, would you like to add to that and tell us what that meant for you to be here with us?
I think that's our delay that's kicking in right there.
Yeah.
But while she getting that information together for us, Mayor Bell, the mayor of Lamarck, sent special warm feelings for the meeting of both mayors from both cities. And we were really excited to have you in our small community. And we're honored to have you there. The proclamation that was read was not only just something that was written, but it was heartfelt. And we want everybody, Mayor Sharon, and all the groups down and all of your delegation to know that we was really honored to have you visit our city.
Yeah, perfect. Well, while we're while we're waiting, we have a little slight delay from the transference over the international side, so it may take them a minute to respond to the first question. But as soon as you guys are ready to respond, you definitely can. Um, Man, it was just a great time. I'll say this much: I sat on the other side of the room, and I was able to see the reaction that the mayor had at the time that the proclamation that she knew she was receiving a proclamation, and during the time it was read, and even after. And I actually shared this with her, and she'll quantify it that I could see the surprise, the humility, and just the excitement all in one on her face when they were reading that, and just the things that they were saying, like it was totally unexpected for her. I could see, if you could have a face that looked blown away, she just looked blown away at that time. Yeah, and she was truly honored and truly just humbled by the entire experience.
Mayor Sharon.
Mayor Sharon, you can share with us how you felt.
Well, you summarize it so well. I, because of the short time that we were scheduled to be in the area,
Mhm,
I had no idea of what was being organized,
mhm,
because such events, such happening takes time. But
Mhm.
I can safely say that the relationship between the Tri County group, Howard, Bobby, and Leandra, with Dr. Palacio 15 years ago.
yes, yes.
I know you were all in your initial contacts and the
Mhm,
exploratory phase, and you all developed a friendship. And
yes.
that friendship gave fruits.
Mhm,
And the fruits, it's just the beginning, because I am 100% sure that declaring that day, yes, it was a surprise. I felt, as Howard rightly said, I was so surprised, and it showed because the words that were being read, I'm like, wow, because I know they're saying something about myself, but I
mhm,
didn't know what it was going to end with.
mhm,
And when I heard that, yes, I was so humiliated, excited,
mhm,
and precisely September is a month that I remember my mom, and
mhm.
she prophesied that I was going to be the first Black Garifuna mayor in the capital city, and it was going to be in a time of crisis.
Uh-huh.
But I should not be afraid, because doors will be open that I cannot imagine. So that
Wow.
was one of the manifestation that I saw happening in front of my very eyes.
Mhm,
So this will remain indelible in my mind,
mhm.
and I'm surely looking forward to receiving each and every one of you. Amako, the tripartite group from the Black Chambers, that's Bobby, Howard, from Amako, Cleveland, Paul, Leandra. I cannot wait to see you guys at the Philip Goulston International Airport and declaring something, giving you a day.
Yeah,
Amako, tripartite day, tri-county,
yeah.
So it has to be reciprocated. I am blessed, I am humbled, and I'm so looking forward to, even when I was told about this podcast. Normally today is a holiday in Belize,
Mhm,
and I, from yesterday when I heard about the podcast, it's when children are about to receive Christmas gifts from their parents, like you're excited because
yeah.
you're going to get gifts.
Uh-huh.
That is how I felt, that something is going to happen, and I woke up on time, and I, just, it's just a pleasure and an opportunity to be able to share
Well, Mayor,
meaningfully with all of you.
I will say this, Mayor, you definitely, definitely deserve it.
Absolutely.
So, the humility is great, but the deserving of it, you definitely deserve it. So take it in stride, accept it. You deserve it.
Thank you.
Yeah, and I was going to share that, that this relationship started 15 years ago. We started cultivating the relationship. The first time Miss Thompson was in Belize. And like I said, we had the honor of meeting, Dr. Ludwig, which happens to be your brother. So, man, the smile on his face right now is all that I've ever seen of him. In talking to him, his demeanor has never changed. He's always been that smiling guy, that joking guy, that that approachable guy. So he's always been a great guy. And right now, I'm going to ask him to share his experience when he was there. With everything that Amico presented to us, the mayor of Lamarck, Councilwoman Yancey. So, what were your feelings at that particular time, Dr. Ludwig?
First of all, I think I need to go back a little bit first.
Okay.
And I actually made a joke with Howard. I said, man, when I met you the first time, your beard was black.
Yes, it was. I laughed so hard. I laughed very, very hard at that. Yes.
So that love was always there. This love will not continue. And I'm happy that it transcended into that specific day.
Yes.
When my sister first and Mayor second, she's my sister first.
Yes.
And I was from the same vantage point as Howard, looking across. And the expression on her face, since I know her well, spoke volumes.
Yes.
Really and truly. So I think that 15-year investment didn't go in vain.
No.
In fact, it's a rejuvenation.
Mm-hmm.
It's maturity.
Yes.
It's experience.
Yes.
And it will translate into positives on both sides, on all sides.
Yeah.
And with our wisdom, I'm pretty certain we can steer a future that is beautiful. It's gonna be like an moment for all of us.
Yeah.
So that's my take on that particular day. But I think most of all, the love that we have established transcends all.
You know, Dr. Ludwig, I just wanted to briefly piggyback on what Mayor Sharon said when she spoke about manifestation and those things that your mother spoke. And I'm gonna speak on into the atmosphere. And I'm praying for a manifestation of what I'm about to speak, and that is Amico Federal Credit Union in the city of Belmapan. And I'm speaking that into existence because I'm believing that to be in the future for us, because I know that nothing happens by accident, and it is divine that you came. It's divine that we're here, and so I'm just speaking that into existence, that there will be an Amico Federal Credit Union in the city of Belmapan in the future.
Yeah,
that'd be amazing.
And I'm also piggybacking off of something Dr. Ludwig said. The relationship started 15 years ago, and it was a 15-year progress. I was having a conversation with my father, and he was asking me about experiences.
Okay.
And he said, well, what about experiencing a miracle? What did you think about the miracle? And then what was your experience with it? I said, well, I always wanted to be a part of people, blessing people.
Okay.
And the reality is I didn't realize until 10 years later that I was.
Okay.
And the point is, at the time, 10 years before, I was not ready for the responsibility and I'll say the leadership that goes along with being a blessing to someone.
Okay.
Meaning that the credit would not go to the person or people that it was supposed to go to.
Okay.
So it took 10 years of maturity, 10 years of preparation for me to be at a point where I could look back and say, oh, wow, I blessed that person. Great. And because at that point, 10 years later, it didn't matter how I did it, how much it was, or what it was. The fact that it happened was enough for me. 10 years ago, it would have been, hey, I did that. I did that. Hey, y'all, look at me. Look at me. And it's never about
That's
the
right.
person
That's right.
doing it. It's always about the result. It's always about being used. So
Mm.
at the end of the day, the usage, who was using me was more important than
Yes.
me being used.
Yes. Yes.
If you understand what I'm
Yes.
saying, being politically correct and religiously correct at this particular time, I was at a point 10 years ago where I couldn't handle the responsibility or even the job that I was given, but I still was doing the job. So to say that with Dr. Ludwig 15 years ago, we weren't ready for this magnitude at this particular time because one, Mayor Palacio was not the mayor at that time. Two, you were not the city administrator at that time. So 15 years ago, we were preparing for this particular moment right
Absolutely.
now. And
Absolutely.
you guys said it when you were here. The time is now. The time is now. So,
Yes.
I'll repeat it. The time is now. And so I'm going to go to Cleveland from Amico and ask him, sitting there, you were in the room that day. What was your feelings on at that particular time?
Well, I was sitting in the room in a professional position at the time. That's what I was there for, I thought.
Mhm.
And it quickly changed. It quickly changed. All of a sudden, the professionalism and all the things that I was there to represent Amico for, it was far. I learned quickly. It was far beyond that.
Yes.
Yes.
It was far beyond that. I mean,
Yes.
of course, I would love for us to, just because Amoco's a great company and has great leadership, and I can't say enough about Amoco. This podcast would go on and on and on if I talked about
talking
Amoco.
about Amico.
So
yeah.
I'm going to defer for a minute and just talk about my feelings for that day. For Paul and I to sit there that day, we went there to represent our whole job was to be a partnership, to do what we do with Tri-County,
Make it
to be
happen.
our partners and be supportive of this wonderful opportunity to meet such great people. Just because I understand that she was the mayor and we gave her those. But when we got to talking with her and her brother, she wasn't the mayor anymore. It wasn't her brother anymore. These were just great people with big hearts that I'm honored to know and feel like I really do feel like you're part of our family, not just the Amico family, but the Lane family and the Ladd family. And you're wonderful people. And I just want to let you know what Howard spoke about blessings and Bobby talked about. Oh God, it just touches my heart because you don't know that a professional meeting can turn into a friendship and a family gathering as we did at that day we sat together and having lunch with you guys and getting to talk with you about personal things and eating
Dessert first.
and discussing our eating habits. I'll just leave it right there. It was a humbling experience for me. And if I never have another day as wonderful as that one, I won't be disappointed because meeting you guys from Belize has been a wonderful experience for me. I've spoken to my wife, my children, and all my friends about that experience. And I do thank Tri-County for allowing Paul and myself to be a part of this and Amico to sponsor this. That's the main thing. When we got that call, there wasn't any doubt that we were going to sponsor. It wasn't let's run it up the flagpole, anything like that. It's let's do it. And I would like to give kudos to our leader, Sean Bailey, and also kudos to our leader, Paul Ladd, our VP of IT. It's no accident that Amico is one of most progressive credit unions, and we're growing, and we're going to be. We'll be talking to you on other subjects about Amico, not only in Belize, but we'll be talking to probably Houston sometime pretty soon too. So,
one of the good things, Cleveland, about Amico is the leader wasn't there that day.
Yeah.
And you guys still did a superb job. So that speaks volume
Yes.
about leadership when the
Yes.
leader can be absent and everything still flows with excellence. And
Yes.
that day flowed with excellence. And I'm gonna ask Paul the same question because Paul was in the room, and Paul's a shy guy. He doesn't really talk much, but we're gonna get him talking. This is a podcast. We talking today. So Paul, what were your feelings just seeing that whole moment, that whole synergy?
I didn't know what to expect coming into it. Cleveland called me a couple of days before and said, "We're having the mayor of Belize." I think, "What is the mayor of Belize?" It was like, "The mayor of the capital city, Belize." I was like, "All right." And Tri County wants to bring him down. I was like, "Of course, let's do it. Let's make it happen. Let's set it up." We called special thanks to Sharon, our executive administrator.
Oh yes, the other Sharon.
The other Sharon.
Yeah, you guys took a selfie together.
Yeah, she helped set everything up, got us the reservation Guidos. It's like, let's take them somewhere cool, like somewhere like home. And
Yeah.
to me, Guidos is home. It's
Yeah,
like
it
on the
was. It
beach.
was.
It's not a Belize beach, but it's
Right.
it's our beach. It's some local flavor. But yeah, just seeing it all come together, and the emotion on Mayor Palacio's face. I saw it when they were reading the proclamation. It was an emotional moment. It was a proud moment for me just to see it all come together and just proud to be a part of it. I was also really, really thankful Councilwoman Yancey
Yes.
for coming along and helping give them the tour of my hometown, Lamar. And I learned more about Lamar than I've ever known that day.
You lived there.
I lived there.
You
I
grew up
up
there.
there. I lived
Yeah.
there for 20-something years.
Yeah.
And I learned a lot about my hometown that day, and I'm grateful to share it with everybody from Belize and Miss Bobby and Miss Deandra. It was a great moment.
Well, perfect. Well, Mayor, a question for you. So what did you take away from that whole experience with Amico, and us just going out to dinner, going lunch? Actually, it was lunch. What did you take away from that experience? What was your takeaway from that?
Well, my takeaway is reconfirming that when human beings come together meaningfully, there's so much that can be achieved. And when I invited Dr. Palacio to come along, precisely I invited him because he was all excited about Leandra. Leandra contacted him when I was on my way to Atlanta.
Oh yes.
And I was the guest speaker at an African Women in Leadership Summit.
Yes, we were trying to make plans to come there.
Yes, and while I was preparing for this trip, Dr. Palacio came into my office, and he's insisting that I need to contact this lady, and his excitement. And I was very busy. I looked at him, but he practically demanded for me to speak and make contact with Leandra. So I did. And then when I realized that I was traveling to Houston, that the Majestic Daughters invited me, I extended the invitation to him. I said, well, we're going right where Leandra is at. Let's see how we can connect and in his case, reconnect.
Yes.
And I had no idea that we would have ended up in the boardroom of Amaco. That I did not imagine. I knew it was going to happen, but maybe down the road. But it shows that a solid relationship established between Tri-County and Dr. Palacio, that it was properly cemented. And nothing happened by accident. So it was designed for Mayor Palacio to be able to reap these meaningful relationships and benefit from them, because the meeting, the coming together is part of my nature. That's what I do for people. My 18 years at the university, I celebrate students, and I always make experiences so meaningful. So when we were on our way to Galveston, I said to somebody when somebody was seated, I told my deputy mayor, I said we're going to Cancun. It felt, and when Belizeans say they're going to Cancun, it's a wonderful
Experience.
experience.
Yes.
And I must say, and I'm going to repeat over and over again, my takeaway from there, it shows that solid relationships can never be destroyed. It only gets better. So
Okay, perfect. Well, I want to take a quick second to take a break and talk to the people that's listening. The mayor has just given you some nuggets. If you are listening and you're not a member of this chambers, you need to go ahead and get that set up for yourself. Give us a call at 832-875-3977, or you can go to, we have a Facebook page, Tri-County Regional Black Chamber of Commerce, and we also have a website, which is Tri-County Regional Black Chamber of Commerce.org. So there are a bunch of chambers and there are a bunch of good chambers. I'm biased to Tri County Regional Black Chamber of Commerce because this is where I'm at. So, you'll be joining a chambers that does for the members. We service 12 counties now. We have 12 regions, 12 counties and 4 regions. Region 1, which is Harris County, Montgomery County, Liberty County. Region 2, woo, woo, that's Lucretia Holman is the vice president of Region 2. That's Galveston County, Brazoria County, Fort Bend County. Region 3 is Chambers County, Jefferson County, and Orange County. And Region 4, which is Jasper County, Newton County, and Hardin County. And we also have an international side for Tri-County, which is Central America, the Caribbean, South America. And we are adding Africa here pretty soon. So if you're not a member of a local chambers, get involved with the local chambers. What we do here at the chambers is, we help businesses like yours access capital. We do certification workshops. We do technical assistance. We have even enhanced programs here that are coaching and mentoring, marketing and procurement. So if you have a business, you want to start a business, you're thinking about business or you don't know anything about business and just want to talk to somebody, a chamber is a good place to do it, and Tri-County Regional Black Chamber of Commerce is the place to do it. And, don't look at the word black in Tri-County Regional Black Chamber of Commerce and think that it defines a race. We're talking about a culture. When we say Tri-County Regional Black Chamber of Commerce, we're talking about a culture and not a race. So we teach you about a culture. And, there are a lot of opportunities out there. We have a great program in our Alliance program. And our Alliance program is exactly that. It's a program that aligns you with other people that are doing in that field that you're doing. We have an Alliance program right now in construction and logistics, which is trucking, for those who don't know what logistics is. So construction and trucking. And we align you with other truckers or other construction people, and you go after larger jobs because an alliance increases the capacity of your business. So if you have 20 workers and they have 50, now the alliance gives you 70 workers and you can go after a larger contract and get a bigger piece of the pie. So we have a lot of great programs here. And I just want to thank our supporting members. The members support us because we do what we say we do. And we say that we are committed to acquiring and disseminating valuable business information, tools, and resources to member firms so that they can receive entrepreneurial parity and economic prosperity in the region and internationally. And that's what we do here. Our supporting members are Amico Federal Credit Union. They're sitting here today. Enlighten Enterprises, the Linwood Group, and Quality Precision Coatings. They support our podcast. And like I said, if you want to become a supporter, give us a call, 832-875-3977. We take all types of support. Also, I want to give a special shout out to GMT Radio. They make this podcast possible. the international link that we have today, the voices you're hearing over the radio, the video that you look at on our YouTube after Wednesday, GMT Radio. Go to GMT Red www.gmtradio.com. They have an app. You can download the app. Man, they have TV shows, movies, commercials, videos, studio, whatever you want to do in the entertainment or social media, in the media arena, entertainment arena. Contact them. The guy that runs everything is called Nice, and they call him Nice for a reason because he is nice with it. So
Nice
GMT Radio, yeah, gmtradio.com, www.gmtradio.com. Okay, so we finna get right back into it. Bobby, what you got for us, Bobby?
Well, I'm going to be a little bit biased. Mayor Sharon, we are coming to Belize in March, and we're so looking forward to coming to Belize in in March. So can you talk a little bit about the She for She champions? I'm super excited about that as a founder of a nonprofit business organization. So we're super excited. Our membership is super excited to be coming to Belize for the She for She conference. So can you talk a little bit about that?
Definitely. After I became the first mayor of the city of Belmapan, then it was obvious that I'm the one female mayor across the 9 municipalities.
Wow.
So I sit with 8 men the last Friday of each month.
Okay.
Recently, we had a forum. August was the month for mentoring, and we were three elected women were selected to speak about our experiences, how we got into politics. And I chose to go last because I wanted to hear what the other 2 females councillors had to say. And each and every one of us at the end, we spoke about some man, some male pushing us forward to be where we're at today. In my case, I have my honorable, I always call his name Honorable Oscar Mira. He was supportive of me getting to where I'm at. Of course, I was his deputy campaign manager for him to be where he's at. And he worked hard. So it dawned on me that the big question, where are the women in all this?
Mm-hmm.
And if we want for women to get involved in politics, then a change of narrative has to happen.
Mm-hmm.
So I quickly came up with a She for She summit, a She for She NGO. And I quickly contacted all the female councillors. So we have a group going on. Next year, 2022 March, is Women's Month. So we're organizing, or we're right there in the middle of everything, and we're declaring the 4th to the 6th as our first summit, She for She summit. And that's what I shared with you, Bobby.
Yeah.
And I'm happy that you listened and you liked it. So I marketed it to all the participants from the Atlanta Summit, and seems that Belmapan will truly become this tourism hub, and we will take the lead when it comes to women making a conscious effort to make a difference, so that a few years from now, when we look at Parliament, the House of Representatives, we should have a 50-50. As I speak, we amongst the 31 elected area representatives in my country, we only have 2 women. And truth told, there was only one. The second one, she got involved after her brother passed away. So we only have 2 amongst these 31. And my emphasis, my desire is to change that narrative. As I keep on saying, I campaign under change from the heart. And I'm not campaigning, guys. I'm sharing. I'm merely sharing with you.
Okay.
But that's the background to the She for She Summit. It's going to happen next year, and it will be the beginning of change worldwide, because we need more women involved. So thanks, Bobby, for listening. and already ready to come to Belize and support the first She for She Summit.
Yes, history in the making.
Yeah,
Thank you.
Bobby thinks she getting away from me. I'm coming to the She for She too. I'm gonna put chairs
Yes.
down and pick chairs up.
We'll find
Yes,
out.
and definitely all the men, we're going to invite you, and then your name becomes He for She. So the He for She guys will be right there.
Yeah, perfect.
Thank you
Like
so
I said, if I had to put the chairs down and pick the chairs up afterwards, I was gonna be in the building.
Hey, we'll find something to do.
Exactly.
Mayor,
Exactly.
I can see it already. Paul and I talked to our wives. It was going to be our wives
My
were
wife.
coming anyway. So if
My
we
wife
had to
is
stay in the
jumping up and down.
hotel, we're going to be at the conference also.
Yeah,
My wife
exactly.
Definitely.
jumping up and down.
Definitely.
Yeah,
Yes.
perfect. So yeah, this has been a great. I've done a lot of podcasts and I've had a bunch of fun on here, but this is in the top 3. Okay, one. So this is one of the best podcasts so far. And it's not just because it's the first international one. It's just it flowed so well, and the guests that we have here today. Again, Mayor Palacio, Dr. Palacio, Cleveland, Paul, Bobby. I really have enjoyed myself today. This has been a great time. Great podcast. I enjoy every podcast that I do. I don't want you to take that away from this. But this one by far is the best one yet. So,
And Howard, I would like to add one thing. Our Mayor Bell.
yes.
He was so honored. He was so honored to meet you and be a part of this event. It was an event for us. And Councilman Yancey, she spoke.
Oh, yeah.
We spoke to her
Yes.
before we went on there,
Yes.
and she spoke volumes. So I don't know who's going to be one of your guest speakers at your she conference, but I guarantee
Yes.
she's pulling your coattails because she was so excited about the opportunity to meet with you and dialogue with you, and her whole you know she's going on a cruise next week. And she's
Yes.
gonna take a U-turn and come by Belize. So
Yeah.
she's really excited about our relationship, our future relationship, and maybe she'll tell you something. But I heard her say something about Sister City.
Yeah.
So kind of, I hope she will develop that. And we as citizens of Lamarck, both Paul and I are, we love our community, and we love representing our community, and we appreciate Amico giving us an opportunity to do that. So from Amico and all of us and the citizens of Lamarck, we were so proud and honored to host you for that day, and thank Amico for giving us that opportunity. Paul?
Yeah, absolutely.
Definitely.
It was a proud moment for me to give you all the tour around the mark, and that was a nervous wreck driving y'all around.
You did a good job.
Very good job.
Yes, he did.
But yeah, Councilwoman Yancey,
She was amazing.
I cannot, say again, like she's very involved in the community. She's great at what she does. She's linked me with some people, and they called immediately. It was like, hey, look, I talked to Councilwoman Yancey, and she gave me your number. She said you was going to call me, but I'm calling you first. So, I mean, she's passionate about her community. So,
Yes.
and the thing that I noticed at that event is it probably was in ups of 25 people there, but all the minds were alike. Everybody had the same thoughts. Everybody had the same push and drive to move forward, help one another, see how we can make each other better. And that was a perspective changing experience for me. To sit back and just see a room of people that come from totally different walks or totally different places that have their own separate lives, to be all on the same page of moving forward. Let's do this. Let's try this. Let's see where this leads us. And it's all forward motion. It was that was an experience in itself for me.
Like I said, it was a day with family.
Yeah.
I like family.
I want to jump in a little bit, Kay, if you give me the
Okay.
mic a little bit.
Most definitely.
What really touched my heart as well, Councillor Yancey and I, we were busy speaking to each other. And I revealed to her that our sanitation department is in real bad shape. All of our machinery, they're down. So I told her we need a backhoe, we need trucks. And she, I mean, it was so heartwarming. She told me there and then, look, I'm going to make an appointment with some Mr. King or Mayor King. I can't remember the exact name she said, but she actually wanted to fit in for me to meet with this person so I can make that initial contact to discuss the equipments that I need. And that really touched my heart because that was an impossible mission. But she was trying to make it possible.
Yeah.
She reminded me so much of myself. So I wanted to dash that in at this point. Thank you.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I just want to add that that moment when we were in the moment, the way that everything came together, it came like it started with a phone call, that the mayor of Belmapan is going to be here. So, and everything just had the domino effect from there. But to be in the moment with Amico and to sit there and just look around the room and everybody just, it wasn't a get in where you fit in. It was just synergy, I guess I would say, because I think that Paul is more of a behind the scenes. He's IT.
Definitely.
So I think that Paul is a behind the scenes kind of guy. He doesn't want the light shown on him. But just to see, from when I walked in the door, the greetings, from Sharon and everything just went from there. And then there were even some emotional moments in the room. I think when you and Sharon embraced the two Sharons, the Mayor Sharon and then the Sharon Gaspard, when you guys had that moment and to just sit there and look around the room, I mean, it was awesome. And that's probably an understatement. That's probably because Paul was just like, wherever you need me, just not, don't shine the light on me, but just wherever you need me. And then with Cleveland, who also, as I mentioned earlier, he sits on our advisory board. And so I think the two of them, I think with Paul and Cleveland, I think that's a balance between them because Cleveland is like really, really aggressive. And then Paul is like, hey, whatever you need. And I think that's the balance with them. And it's just been wonderful.
Yeah, we just figure out ways to make it happen.
Yes.
Yeah, we call Cleveland's the make it happen guy. You want something to happen, call Cleveland.
Yes.
I'm gonna help him solve the problem. But
Yes.
Cleveland's gonna be at the end of the day, Cleveland's gonna make it happen.
Yes.
One way or another.
Yes.
I'm going to give kudos where kudos is due. And Bobby has been, I'm talking about Miss Lucretia Holman, has been a great value add for the chambers because Amico Federal Credit Union was somebody that she went after and got for the chamber. So this event that we're having here, Cleveland, Paul being here, them hosting the mayor of Belmapan would not have happened had not Miss Bobby went out and got them. So thank you, Bobby. Don't you start crying, girl. Don't you do it. Do it.
I'm not going there.
Don't you do it.
Divine intervention. Thank you so much.
Dr. Ludwig, you've been quiet over there. We need to hear from you. Certainly.
Yes. I want us to take a second, all of us, to declare to the universe that we will have Amico in Belize sooner rather than later.
Yeah.
And if possible, in the capital city
Yes.
of Belmapan, where Mayor Sharon Palacio will be critically important to that process. So let's put our ideas and figure out a way of making this happen soon.
I'll say this much, Doctor. The seeds have been planted.
Yes. Yes.
And I didn't say seed as in one. Here's the first one. I won't talk about the first one. The second one is there are already Amico masks floating around Belmapan City.
Already.
Yes.
So
and more coming.
seed
There's
has
more
been
on the way.
planted. So it's been some seeds that have been planted. I don't speak out of turn, so I don't know if I can talk about everything, but there are some seeds that are planted. So the conversation is out there, and the follow up will be done on it. I'll say that much. I think it. I don't know banking, so I can't say what will be great and what won't be great, but I think that will be great.
Absolutely.
So we're gonna go around and give everybody a chance to close out. We'll start with Paul.
Yeah, close it out. I just want to thank everybody. It's been a great week. Like I said, it's like it was like meeting extended family. We just everybody clicked right away. I just met Howard, Miss Leandria the first time this week.
Yep.
When we met Miss Bobby, it was instant family. She's like, we're family now.
Yeah,
and it has been. And meeting everybody from Belize, it was like meeting extended family. We all went to lunch and had an amazing time, and everybody was, it just felt comfortable. And I didn't know what to expect. I didn't know how formal everything was going to be, but it was relaxed, and everybody's having a good time, and it was just family. And everybody's talking. Everybody wants that, like Howard said, everybody wants the same thing. Everybody wants to see everybody succeed.
Yes.
We want the best for everybody. So it's good to see. I'm grateful.
Thank you, Paul.
Wow.
Cleveland is surprised. Cleveland is surprised.
Mayor,
Paul, you surprised Cleveland.
Mayor, you thought you were blown away? You see how much Paul said? I'm just going to say kudos. Pleasure meeting you, Dr. Ludwig. It was great having you as a lunch partner. I got to sit next to him for lunch, man. We had a fantastic
Yeah, we laughed.
time. I learned so much. I can't wait to get to visit with you guys in your homeland and learn more about the cultures that you described to us. And thank you again, Tri-County, for allowing Amoco to be a part of this. I know there are a lot of people that you could have called, Bobby. I know it. But none better than Amoco to help host this special event and to make a relationship with a great group there in Belize. So thank you for thinking about Amoco. And we're proud. And when you come into Amoco's office, we have our presidential club. We have our
Tri-County Presidential Club member right
We're
there.
a member of the President's Club.
In.
And I'm so proud of that. So when you walk into our office, it's right there. Our heart is with Tri-County, and we pray that good things happen in the future for you in Belize and us in Texas, and you're always welcome here. You're always welcome.
Dr. Ludwig, take it away.
Yes.
Closing remarks.
Okay, closing remarks. Again, it's been a 15-year journey.
Yes.
As you mentioned, Howard, everything happens for a reason.
Yes.
And the timing has just become, I'd say, fine-tuned. The universe has brought us back together.
Yes.
And like the seeds that we have sown, we shall reap very good fruits. Thank you.
Yes. Mayor?
Well, for me, it's a heartfelt thank you to Tri-County and to Amoco. The four of you there, I'm going to call you by names. I know all your names. Howard, Bobby, Paul, Cleveland. We're family. And I'm definitely returning to Texas. I think it's in October. Okay. There's some big conference happening with all the mayors. The mayor from Prairie View invited me.
Oh, yes.
And by God's grace, I will be there. And I'll make sure that I find my Amoco family and my Tri-County family. I will never forget you guys. Thank you so much. Belmapan is patiently waiting for you, and there will be an Amoco branch here in Belmapan.
Yeah.
Okay.
I can see it happening.
All right. Well, I'm going to let Bobby close us out. I don't have much to say. Again, thanking our supporting members, Amoco Federal Credit Union, Enlightened Enterprises, the Linwood Group, Quality Precision Coating. We thank you guys for supporting our podcast. Like I say, if anybody wants to support, 832-875-3977. This has been fun. Bobby, take it away.
It's been amazing. Mayor Sharon and Dr. Ludwig, and I just want to say thank you. It's been a great meetup, and I am so looking forward to the harvest. I'm so looking forward to the harvest, and I'll see you. I'm going to speak. I'm going to see you when you're here in October, and we're bringing some folk down there. Cleveland's wife is coming. Paul's wife is coming. Sisters Empowering Sisters is coming. So we will see you. We'll see you in your land in March, and we're looking forward to it. She for she.
She for she.
She for
And
she.
he for she. Thanks.
And he for she. Yes, yes.
All right. Well, this has been our Let's Talk Business podcast for September the 10th, 2021. And we'll see you next Friday, September the 17th, same time. Be sure to listen up live on GMT Radio.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you.